question. Okay, we're going to more difficult ones. Did Saddiq take money or not? Answer yes or no.
And I want to say this. Wow. This was probably the main reason we wanted to have this interview with you today. You just wrapped up your court case. There's so many questions we have.
Oh, feel free to ask. I feel a lot more comfortable if you ask me.
Encik Zulkifli Muhammad, this is the direct answer. And
yes, I did. I'm a member of parliament, therefore I take taxpayers' money to fund my salary. That's about it. If I were to take corruption, absolutely not. And I believe now my name has been cleared in court. No, I did not use other routes to political negotiations, kissing hands to get my case dropped, even though I could, but I did not. I fought for 5 years in court and I won decisively 3-0 with a 68-page written judgment explaining how not a single cent went to me and how I did not benefit from it. And mind you, that money is not even public's money.
Can you run us through? Because again, you were found guilty at the High Court level.
Yeah.
This was 2022, I believe.
Correct. 2023.
And you appealed the decision, and what we recently had with the good news, you being found not guilty, that was at the level court appeal. The government will be appealing that decision, so your case will be going to the federal court. What do you want people to understand of your case?
So I think the best way for you to know who's right and who's wrong, just take 30 minutes of your time to download the 68-page written judgment, which was unanimously written and agreed upon by the 3 appeal court judges, to detail out what actually happened in my case. Because when I read the comments, I think some of them are like, they're completely confused and get the facts wrong in my case. Like, for example, so they say, oh, the 1 million ringgit entered my account, or the 1 million ringgit was in this house. Even the prosecutors didn't argue that, you know. The only thing prosecutors argue that the withdrawal of that 1 million ringgit should have gone through the Supreme Council of the party. But there's absolutely no argument from the prosecutor that the money went to me, I benefited, or I spent it on my own. No. Even the prosecutors knew that every single cent was spent on the party. Then there's another one, which is way before I even become an MP, which is where people say, oh, but Saddiq, you have money in your ASB. Confusing the part, right? But okay, just read the case. First and foremost, that came about in 2018 before I became an MP and a minister, where Bersatu was deregistered. The whole case is that this is Bersatu's money. You remember 2 months before election, Bersatu was deregistered? Bersatu didn't help me to fundraise. I had to do my own fundraiser. My officers, who I paid first, were the ones who helped me do this. There were no Bersatu or Armada flags even at the fundraiser. The one who came were my family and friends. They all testified, say that this fundraising is for Syed Saddiq, nothing to do about the party. Not just that. They said, oh, but money entered your account later. I showed in court. I withdrew money from my ASB first. Has anyone run a fundraiser? You do really have to spend your own money first, right? You have to book the hotel room, hotel convention hall. You have to hire staff, photographer, videographers, Facebook ads. You think that's cheap? All of this I showed. I withdrew 50,000 ringgit from my own ASB first. I took a loan. I spent my own money. And people say, oh, but there's no proof. You cannot lie these kind of things. Why? Anyone who has been a candidate in election will know. Every single cent must be declared to the Suruhanjaya Pilihan Raya, SPR. I even tendered that as evidence that I spent 175,000. This is not an afterthought. This was filed in 2018. You know how much you fundraised after minusing the cost? 90,000 ringgit. Which one is bigger? 170,000 or 90,000 ringgit? I haven't even entered the political persecution about how one day before I was charged, outside saw the table there, the MACC officer, my own investigating officer came saying this is your moment to sign an SD. Then for the Prime Minister, maybe you will not get charged. Prime Minister loves you, you will not get charged. But I give a very decisive answer. No, if you want to charge me, just charge me. Right? I mean, do not waste time for 1 year saying I'm going to be charged. They do this phishing expedition. Like, so they just like go through your accounts, check everything first, and then go through all your colleagues' accounts, family's account, So for my mom, they went to my mom's account like 10 years ago and said, oh, there's a withdrawal of 500 ringgit.
What's this for?
So why? Then they realised, oh, my mom is a cikgu penjara awam, but she also taught tuition. She didn't get express approval from the Ministry of Education. But it's not tuition besar, it's tuition kat rumah. You know the small one?
Oh boy.
You buka meja.
Yeah.
So he said because of that, your income, which is like not much, it's like 2,000 ringgit.
Out of tax or whatever.
No, but the way how they calculate it, I said, okay, because you taught for like, 30 years, so 2,000 ringgit times 12 times 30. And then once you exceed a specific amount, it becomes compoundable, so times 4, which also means it becomes a criminal offence and you will lose your pension.
They will find a way, right? They'll just find a way.